Okay, well, welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna do something a little different than we normally do. So as you saw in the title of the video, I'm gonna talk to you about how to create a joyful home. And I figured while I'm doing that, I'm gonna do something that always brings me joy, and I'm going to be making chocolate chip cookies while I'm doing it. My oldest daughter recently had her first baby, and so I'm making some cookies to take over there. Okay, so this video, you could be 20 years old and starting off with your first place, or you could be 80 years old and a great grandma. I hope that I can bring something to you today that can help you find some joy in your home. Obviously, joy for everyone is something different. And so we're gonna kind of address that. And every single thing that I say today isn't gonna be for you, but I hope that some of these or one of these can reach you and help you to create that joyful home that you're so, I don't wanna say desperately wanting, but believe it or not, whether you know it or not, you want to have joy in your life. Okay, so let's start off by asking yourself this question. What does a joyful home look like to you? Not decor-wise, atmosphere-wise. What like speaks to you? And that's where you need to start in your mind. Because obviously, like I said before, that's gonna be different for everyone. So trying to define what would bring you joy, honestly, have you ever thought about sitting down and making yourself a list? I know that sounds cheesy, but I kind of did that for myself for this upcoming holiday season because I don't want to get caught up in the rat race of everything, and I want to have a really joyful home during this holiday season. So I made myself a list of what that would look like, and I'm planning to hopefully accomplish that. So make yourself a list of what you want your joyful home to look like. A lot of times people confuse joy and happiness. Things can make you happy, but joy literally like fills my soul. It's so cheesy sounding. And so there is the difference. And so that's how you have to kind of figure out what joy is to you and then how we can incorporate that into your life. So for me, a lot of people ask, hey Leslie, how are you always so positive with everything that's happening with Jason and those kinds of situations? Because we all know that when we're dealing with something in our life that's difficult, it's hard to like find the bright side to it. But that is something I strive to do every day. Do I get mad? Do I get sad? All those things, yes. But I don't let them rule my life, and I don't let them be the focus of my life. And so, have you guys ever, this is so random, but have you ever read comments on YouTube and there's just really some just not such nice people, and they write really like snarky comments and very opinionated or very negative. And I have to say, the first thing that I feel when I read those is that's a really unhappy person who does not have joy in their life, because why else would you be so ugly? And so I think that what a lot of people see when they're always like, oh, you're always so positive, is because I don't focus on all that negative, I focus on the positive. And so I want you to do that also. I need to get these going. I'm just talking. Okay, that's kind of loud, but I got my butter and my sugar in there, and I got my eggs here, and I need vanilla. So let me grab my vanilla. Okay, let's talk about something. Are there things in your home that are keeping you from feeling joy? And what I mean by that you might not even realize, and I talk about this in all different kinds of my home videos. Did you know that messiness and clutter can feel overwhelming and make you not feel joyful? A lot of people don't realize that with Jason's dementia, he has he never had it like our whole lives. He now has this like weird hoarding mentality. It's not really hoarding, it's just he doesn't have a care for like putting things away. And so he will just put things everywhere, and his garage has like always been his domain. And so I have a tendency to just close the door because that room does not bring me joy. And so it's for you, it's finding what in your home is keeping you from having that joy, and then tackling it. I am, do I want to be the pot or the kettle right now? Because I literally cannot get myself to go out there and do, like, even work on that garage a little. I think I'm going to try and see if I can do that. But let me show you something that I'm in the middle of doing right now. You guys are, we'll be back, cookies. I'm gonna take you in my dining room because this is something that I'm doing that a lot of you might think, what? She just decorated that. But come here, I wanna show you. Okay, so it's kind of dark in here because I don't have my filming lights in here. But remember how I just did this whole beautiful thing for Thanksgiving? I just took it all down. Guess what? It was feeling so cluttered to me. No, I'm not leaving. These are I just left behind until I figure out what I want to do on here. And I'm actually thinking I'm getting ready to decorate for Christmas for you guys. But that was not bringing me joy on my buffet. So all the time and effort I put into like decorating in here in the dining room, and all it did was make me feel cluttered and annoyed. So you know what, I was like, why do I don't need to leave this. I'm taking it down. It's my house. So there you go. So I literally just cleared it all off and was like, on to the next thing. One of the ways that you can find joy in your home is to make traditions. Traditions in my family have always, I feel like, make us happy. And so like it doesn't just have to be for holidays. Maybe on Saturdays you guys go hiking and that just makes everyone feel happy. And maybe for, you know, each season you make cookies, like decorate cookies together. We have all kinds of traditions when it comes to like family stuff, and I think that it just like really makes me happy, and I think it made my girls happy knowing that we were going to be doing those traditions. So as silly as that may sound, traditions can bring a lot of joy because people come to like expect those and look forward to it. And when you're looking forward to something, that will make you happy and can make you feel joyful. Okay, let me move on with my cookies really quick. Joy is more of an emotion, not a physical thing. But are there physical things in your home that you could be doing that could make you feel better, that could make you feel happy, that sometimes we just put off? Is there a project that you want to do and you're physically able to do, or sometimes we just don't want to spend the time or the money doing them, but then you know in the long run it's going to be so much better? I think setting realistic goals for those kinds of things, and don't ever rely on obviously physical things to bring you joy, but a lot of times doing those kinds of things can feel so good and really make you just super excited for your home. And so that's something that, I mean, you guys know me, I'm constantly planning projects, and people are always like, how do you keep coming up with so much? I can't help it. It's like what brings me joy. Like, oh, what can I do now? What can I do now? And I just really enjoy that. And that is something that brings me joy in my home. And I want to highly suggest that to you if that's something you enjoy. If you hate doing projects, you hate decorating, you hate doing any kind of remodel, don't put that on your list. One of the things that you got to find in order to create a joyful home is you've got to find what is your joy stealer. What's stealing the joy from your home? You can't always just be searching for the joy. You've got to figure out what is stealing the joy from your home. You know, that can be anything for anybody. For me, it's kind of like what I mentioned before. It's when things feel really cluttered and chaotic. It's because, I think because of with Jason's situation, obviously I never have any control over that. And so when things feel really cluttered and crazy, then that just steals all my joy, because that just feels even more like just heavy. And so finding what is stealing your joy, you know, I wish I could give you examples, but I gave you my example. I just don't know what your example is. I would love for every comment down below to be something positive. Let's share encouragement for everybody and really try and pass on the joy in the comments of this video, because with the coming into the holiday season and everything, I just really think that everybody can really just use some kindness, and let's share in that. Let's not anybody leave opinionated, ugly comments. Like, let's just be happy and joyful and share that with others. So another way that we find a lot of joy in our home is making meals special. I know that sounds so silly, but when we make our meals special, it just feels so good. Jason has always said, I'm gonna turn this back on, that his love language is cooking. And I know that. Like, when he cooks for me, I know that he's doing that out of love, and I feel it and I appreciate it. So in return, what do I like to do? I like to set a pretty table. I like to make the meal special. Maybe we're gonna use a special napkin. Maybe we're gonna use a special plate. It doesn't always have to be some big elaborate thing, but it shows that you put like a little bit of effort in, a little bit of time, and you thought about it. And when people realize that you're thinking about that, then it's nice, and you can feel that love and share in that joy. And so I always recommend, like, just try and make your meals special. It doesn't have to be everyone. Take time to sit there and visit with each other. Don't let it be a rushed thing. I think you guys will really find that mealtime can really bring a lot of joy in your home, especially if you have small kids. And like we always say, like, talk about your day, do those kinds of things. Come prepared to dinner with ideas of maybe things that you guys could talk about that everyone would really enjoy. This might sound cheesy, and I might sound like a 1950s housewife right now, but I can guarantee you that that's a lot more pleasant than coming to the table and there just being like conflict and things that are unpleasant to talk about. That's just not very joyful. Oh, these are looking good. These are tasting good. If you don't eat cookie dough, you're crazy. Kind of like what I was saying about at the dinner table, like, come with like fun things to talk about. Words are super powerful, and speaking like words of encouragement, joyful words, can make a lasting impact in your home. If you go around and you have that positive encouragement, and those, it's so powerful. It can change the whole atmosphere of your home. Positive words will really make an impact, a lasting impact in the joy that you create in your home. So, be the light, be encouraging, really go for that, and try and establish that in your home, and you'll really be thankful that you did. One of the things that a lot of people have commented to me about is how I smile a lot. And do you know that practicing smiling, practicing being positive, practicing being joyful can change your entire mindset? If we go around where we're only negative, we only think those kinds of thoughts, how sad is that? And so you guys know I have one of those shirts that say, don't forget to smile. It's because people do. Like, it's okay to smile. Like, smile at people. It's really a great thing. And it's really fun to see how when you smile at someone, I can guarantee you, almost 100% of the time, people will usually smile back. And so practice that in your home. Have a pleasant demeanor. Like, I am not talking about going around being Susie Sunshine all the time. I hope you guys aren't mistaking that we are focused on what we're supposed to be doing to be joyful. For me, one of the things that helps get me in that mindset, and I know some of you guys here might not be of this mindset, but spending time with the Lord, praying, reading my Bible, brings me a lot of encouragement and really just helps my faith and helps me get through every single thing that I possibly can. And especially, look, this chokes me up, and I'm supposed to be talking about being joyful. But when you're going through something with someone that's difficult, can you imagine just walking this road alone and not having Jesus there with you to walk through it? I and my family and my faith, I can't imagine. And so I really hope that you guys have that too. I did not mean to get teary-eyed in a joyful video. All right, I'm gonna stir my chocolate chips around, and I'm so excited to get these in. My kids always love these chocolate chip cookies, and I'm so happy to take them over to my daughter. How many bites of cookie dough will I end up eating before I even bake these? Because I'm hungry. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that it encourages you. I hope that it helps you to find some joy in your life. It helps you to focus on the things that can bring joy in your life. And especially coming into the holiday season, I know that a lot of people struggle with like depression and just a lot of sad times. If there is anything that you would like me to pray for you, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to be that support for you. I'm sure that others reading it also would love to pray for you. So guys, we're gonna see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being here today.